Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Anil Joshi. Welcome you to my series Learn Radiology with Dr. Anil Joshi. We are covering different topics, not only of physics, but also of the ultrasound, CT, MRI, cases, then cases analysis, different interesting cases, how to investigate cases, different lectures on the different pathologies are covered in this lecture. For that, you will have to visit our website for the extensive details. Today, we are going to study radiophysics. By and large, radiophysics is considered by most of us as why I should know it. But let me tell you, if you go through our series, you will change your opinion. That physics is required to get a good quality image, to give safety to the patient, to the operator, and you can get the best quality images with minimum risk to the patient, minimum radiation to the patient, and that is what we want to achieve through these lectures. Now, how the X-rays are produced in the X-ray machine, there are different steps, there are different components of the machine. Now, today's component is a transformer. Now, how a transformer works? There are a lot of places where the transformers are installed in the machine. We will know them, what is a step up, what is a step down transformer, and what is the auto transformers. So let's get going to the topic of transformers in X-ray unit. Now, step up transformer is one of the most vital component in X-ray generation. The dramatically increase in incoming voltage is from 220 volt or sometime 230, 240, but whatever it is converted to 15 kV, that is 150,000 volts. Now, how this is achieved? That is achieved with the help of transformer. How the transformer works? That is what is today's topic. Now, enabling electron to gain enough kinetic energy to produce X-ray. Why it is done? Why more kV? To get more penetrating power, to get imaging of the all structures. Otherwise, a thicker structure will not have image unless we give adequate kVs. Now, all these things, that is enabling electrons to gain enough kinetic energy to produce X-ray within the heat of the anode, is going to be studied in the topic, that is the X-ray tube design and X-ray tube working. But today's topic is about transformers. It is placed in high voltage sections of the X-ray circuit and determines the penetrating power of the X-ray generated. If you use less generating or less penetrating X-rays, it will result into the foggy image. It will not give an informative image. Now, what is a transformer? A transformer is a device that changes the voltage level using an electromagnetic induction. It works only on the alternating current because it works on the electromagnetic induction. So there has to be change in polarity, otherwise it will not work. Now, that's why it works only on AC and not on DC. Now, there are two coils, a primary coil, that is input coil, and secondary coil, that is the output coil. Now, ratio of the turns determines if the voltage is increased, that is a step up transformer, or decreased, that is a step down transformer. Both are used, both are useful, both are needed to be known, and that is decided by the primary and the secondary coils. Let us know how they are. Now, setup. Let's first go to the step-up transformer, how it is designed. It converts standard 110 to 30,000 to 150,000, that is kVps, that is 30 to 150 kV it produces. It needs to accelerate the electrons across the X-ray tube from anode to cathode located in a high voltage circuit. Now, what is the key equation in this? Complicated, I agree. So let's pause it and you can memorize it if you can. Otherwise, you can know how it works. It is just simple. Voltage ratio is equal to the turn ratio. Now, how it works, we'll see in the simplified diagrams. Now, what are the visuals? What we are going to show you? X-ray circuit showing high voltage supplied to the tube. That we are going to show you in subsequent slides. Now, transformers are the part of the primary circuit setup and the filament circuit, that is a step down. Efficiency and insulations are the crucial points due to the high voltage involved. In modern systems use auto transformers, and these are something different which we are going to study in this lecture only. Now what are the step down transformers? It converts main supply voltage to low voltage but with high current. That is for the keeping the energy levels same. It heats the cathode filament and emits, that is called thermionic emission or boil-off effect. Boil-off is a routine word we use, but thermionic emission is a technically correct word. It is located in the filament. Note the filament needs low voltage plus high current, that is to get more electrons. Now it is shown to you in the visuals at the end of these couple of slides. Once we start the diagrams, it will come in it. Now what is the clinical relevance of generator? Step-up transformer creates potential difference to produce X-rays. Step-down transformer enables electron cloud generation which are required for the X-ray generation. It is a source of the electron, source of the photon. It is a source from which the X-ray will get the electron and get converted into the photons. So this is the most important. Now failure or insufficiency in either step-up or step-down transformer will result in a poor image quality or a tube damage can occur. Now this is the comparison between step-up transformer and step-down transformer, the function and the applications. One decreases the voltage, one increases. One is in the tube circuit, another is in the filament circuit. One takes the voltage to 30 to 150 kV, another brings it down to 6 to 12 volts. Then the current is low in step up and high in step down. Then purpose is accelerate electron in setup, and that is heat filament in the step down transformer that occurs within the tube. Now how they are designed transformer? I told you transformer has got two. One thing is a primary and a secondary. A simple law governs the behavior of a transformer. The voltage in the two circuit is proportional to the number of turns in two coils. So by changing the coils, by changing the turns, you can change the volt. It consists of two wire coils wrapped around closed core. The circuit contains the first coil that is connected to the available electronic energy and is called as primary circuit, and the circuit containing second coil from which comes modified electron energy is called as secondary circuit. Core of the transformer limited made up of thin sheets of special iron alloy separated from each other by a thin insulating layers. These sheets are clamped tightly together. This is the transformer type. Let us see now. See the two images, upper image and lower image. Now as far as the first upper image is concerned, it is the step down transformer. Now primary coil, secondary coils, you are seeing it very clearly, and the other one is the step up transformer. In that primary and secondary coil determines it, the how many wounds it has got. Then current change, opposite of voltage change. If secondary voltage is more than primary, means the secondary current is less than primary. Similarly, if secondary voltage is less than primary voltage, then secondary current will be more than primary current. This is shown here, input and output, that voltage diagrammatically it is well seen. What it means, one of it goes up, the another has to come down. Now incoming or the input of the AC makes primary winding while secondary winding makes output. So this we can decide what we want. You can see incoming there are winds and outgoing there are also winds. Secondary and primary. Inside is an iron core, that is a multiple plates with insulating material in between. Both sides there is AC. That is to be noted, both sides the current is AC. If it is DC, it will not work. When the current flows through the primary coil, it creates a magnetic field within the core, and this field induces a current in the secondary. This current only flows when magnetic field is changing, either increasing or decreasing. This reason, a steady DC like batteries in the primary coil cannot be used to produce continuous current through the secondary, because it will not change the polarity, it will be the same. So electromagnetic induction will not be there. Current flow and the magnetic fields. See now, this is the magnetic field. You can see the current flow and magnetic field. This is a diagrammatic presentation so that you can understand it better. Whenever a electric current shows, or that is flows through a conductor, a magnetic field surrounds the conductor. The magnetic field can be concentrated by coiling conductor. This is what we are achieving in a transformer. It has got two coils. These coils are not an electric contact with each other. They are separate. They don't touch each other. There is a air in between, and they are on either side of a iron core. This electric current passes through one coil. The magnetic field develops around the first coil. The second coil is near enough to feel magnetic field. Coil usually wrap around a core material such as steel, iron. This improves magnetic coupling between the two coils. These are two types of transformer I am showing you to get the different ideas. How the incoming AC, you can see the primary coils, you can get the secondary coils, and you get the final effect. Primary coil, to which the power is applied, secondary coil to which the magnetic field of the primary coil, and secondary you attach the application. Secondary can have one set of secondary coil. Primary coil includes voltage in both secondary coils. When secondary coil feels charging, that increasing or decreasing magnetic field of the primary coil, the power is induced in the secondary coil. No physical connection, still the power is induced by the electromagnetic property. In first, it is electricity which converts into magnetic. In second, it is magnetism which gets converted into electricity. That's how it works. The turns ratio definition, they are the main. It depends on the turns, you can make it as the step up or step down. Now here the primary have 1200 and secondary has 850. The number of windings of the primary coil divided by the number of windings in the secondary coil, that is 850 divided by 1200 for transformer below. Now see, here what we are seeing, this transformer do not work with direct current. Now here what we have put is the input is DC, direct current. So no output will come. Though there are coils, output will not be there, because there will not be any electromagnetic induction. Then current induced in the secondary coil only when primary current or magnetic field is changing. It has to change the polarity, then only it will produce electromagnetic forces. Now this transformer has both voltage and current of AC forms. So this is perfect what we want. Input is AC, output is AC. Here the voltage and the current, you can see, and you can see the waves, how the voltage in secondary differs. Voltage in secondary can be more or less as compared to primary, as per your requirement and as per the turns you can give to them. Here all type of transformer are shown in single image. If you get this image properly, there won't be anything required to know about the transformers. Just know primary, secondary, just know number of turns, and know whether it is a step up or step down, and make it accordingly whether you want to make a step up transformer or step down transformer. So what is in the summary? A transformer is a device that changes the voltage level according to the electromagnetic induction. Works only on the alternative current, do not work on the direct current. It has got two coils, the primary coil and the secondary coil. The ratio of the turn determine if the voltage is increased, step up, or decrease, that is step down. A step up transformer increases the voltage and decreases the current, while step down decreases the voltage and increases the current. This law assumes 100% transformation of efficiency, which is not usually possible. Some of the things are lost in heat, so that we should know that you cannot get a transformer of 100% efficiency. Now with that we are coming to the end of this lecture. This lecture was small. It was like a summary, and detailed lecture is covered elsewhere. You will get on the site the detailed lecture on the transformers. Do refer to it. But thanks for giving me your valuable time. Thanks for your kind attention. I hope I have tried to make your concepts clear and you will be benefited of this knowledge when you will do your radiography, or when you will approach a machine. It will tell you all about things. With that, I am Dr. Anil Joshi logging off. Till we meet next time. Goodbye, good luck, and take care.